Welcome back to Rocky Knob Farm, our YouTube channel.
I'm Jason Eakers, and we're in here getting ready in the high tunnel to start planting our tomatoes. We got our geotech down. We're getting our holes already punched for our tomatoes. Stick around. Hey, I know it's nothing fancy, but it works. So our rows are 3 foot apart, and in between each tomato plant, we stagger them 2 foot apart. Now, doing this, we stagger each row so that each tomato is not side by side so that we can get better airflow to each tomato. Well, over at the barn, we got a piece of culvert put in so that we can drive across. And we cleaned out the barn. Tanner here, he's cleaned out the little calf stalls. They make a mess also. When you take a small area and you put any kind of animal, this is what you deal with. And now we'll head out to the field and do some more plowing. We were blessed with a beautiful March, West Virginia, 70-degree day. Let's also not forget how important that the cover crop is and the benefits that it is to our soil. We're hoping that it put a lot of nutrients back in. From year to year, when we take corn and plant it, it takes so much out. We like to add back as much as possible. So what are we adding back? Depending on what cover crop that you plant, you could add nitrogen back as well. The other benefit to cover crop is once we turn it under, it helps to build nutrients back in our soil before we plant. Check it out. Riley's even giving me a break while I went and got us all something to drink. This field here measures out to about 4 acres. It's a really good field to plant. Now we'll head back to the high tunnel and try to get more stuff done for Tab. And today we're getting spring temperatures and we're trying to get the high tunnel ready so that Tab can start planting. So we're cleaning these cattle panels from last year, getting all the bean vines and stuff off of them before we put them back in the high tunnel. These really help save a lot of work. You get a lot better production growing them on these panels, and it makes it a whole lot easier to pick. Tab, Tanner, and Riley got all the rows ready so that we can start putting the panels. Well, after we took a 2-hour road trip, we've got our seed potatoes. We started out with a ton. Well, we're at that time of year where it's time to start planting potatoes. We usually like to plant around St. Patrick's Day, but what I'm doing right now is I go through and cut these potatoes, and what I'm after here is we're going to call these eyes. That's what I grew up calling them. We usually try to cut the potato in half, let it lay out at least overnight, and once it's laid here a while, we call it hilling over. This dries out, and that's just how we do it. You might do it a different way in your area, but it works for us. When you cut potatoes, they go farther, and when they hill over, it keeps them from rotting in the ground. Well, they set for 24 hours. Let's get them in the field. Watch out, Tab. Well, it's West Virginia weather. We're back in our 50s. It's a cool day and a lot of wind. Hopefully it'll dry everything out so that we can start plowing in the other fields soon. Potatoes are one of the very few things that we do spray. We are spraying this with macho, and this is to keep down on the potato bugs. Without this, it's very hard in our region to grow potatoes and be successful. I thought it was a great place to take a picture. You can see how dry and how pretty the dirt is. Well, we got our about 600 pounds of potatoes out here in our little potato patch. We have got them fertilized and we've got them hilled up. Boy, it's been a windy day, but we'll see how it goes. Well, that's a wrap. We got the potatoes in the ground. First planting. Well, I went over to one of the other fields that was really dry. I'm getting ready to try something new. It's going to be kind of a surprise, but we're going to try a different route of planting some early sweet corn. Stay tuned. The next video, I'll have it and I'll cover it in that. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and thanks for sticking with us.